We're going to move to the next item now, which is item 37, a resolution in support of civil marriages for same-sex couples.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, I have before you a resolution in support of civil marriage for same-sex couples. As you'll recall, this resolution was brought to us by Mr. Joshua Weaver as a citizen matter in a work session back in April of this year. At the last work session, Mr. Weaver appeared before council again and asked council to make some sort of affirmative gesture on his prior resolution. Council directed me to take a look at the resolution and propose an optional resolution that would ultimately get to the same place in terms of a resolution in support of civil marriage. And what I have before you and is in your packet is my recommendation of a resolution for you to consider if it is the council's desire to pass such a resolution. I've made some changes to the resolution that you have that essentially creates a more gender-neutral first whereas paragraph by striking the words "of man" and "by free men" out of that, and changes a typo in this as well. And if I could pass that out to you all. Those are the only changes to the resolution. It does not substantially change anything that you have in front of you. Again, as I said back in April when I came back to the council, and again at the last work session, there is no prohibition for council to pass such a resolution. There is also no requirement for council to pass such a resolution. It is the will of the council as it relates to this particular resolution. Also, the resolution does not create a new right for same-sex couples to get married either in Durham or in North Carolina. It is simply a statement of the council on this matter. I'd be happy to take any questions you may have on this.
Let me ask first, are there questions by members of the council?
Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Clement.
If there are no questions from the council, is the motion in order?
Let me again say that this is not a public hearing matter. We had a work session where this item was brought up. I have persons that have signed up to speak, and I can tell the council that all the persons that have signed up to speak for this item have indicated, with the exception of 2, have indicated that they are proponents of this item. There are 2 persons that have signed up that didn't indicate whether they're proponents or opponents. I'll recognize them, at least they can identify what they are. And if they're opponents, then I'll let everybody speak. If they're proponents, I'm going to leave it at the council. Renee Rauch, is she available? Renee, were you in support of this? Stuart Kennedy, you're in support of it? So let me finish. So I just want to make sure, again, let people know this is not a public hearing. We're not required to have public comments. All the persons that have signed up indicated they were proponents. I didn't have anyone that said they were opponents to this. And let me ask that question. Is anyone that didn't get a chance to speak, to sign up, that wanted to speak as an opponent? Okay, in that case, I'm going to first listen to the council, and then we go to these other comments. I recognize Councilman Cotati.
I was actually prepared to ask everyone, to thank everyone for coming to share their views, but I think I would hope that the council is unanimous in this decision. I'd like to move the item. If people prefer to wait and hear comments, that's fine too, but so moved.
Second. That was my motion, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. I've heard a motion and a second to move the item.
Yeah.
I'm running the meeting, and it's my choice as to whether or not I want to go out for. The council has indicated by majority so far they want to move the item. And I'm going to call the question if there are questions on it. If there are no further questions, Madam Clerk, will you open the vote? You close the vote?
It passes 7-0.
All right, thank you. Thank you.